Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to dive into foundational elements that make up the interiors breathtaking. Yes, we are talking about the principles of interior design that take your interiors from ordinary to extraordinary. So grab your notepad and let's get started. Number one, balance. So when we talk about balance, let's picture a seesaw. Here we are trying to maintain an equilibrium, right? So when it comes to balance, we are talking about symmetry and asymmetry. Here the term called visual harmony comes into play. Let's talk about symmetry. Symmetry is basically arranging the elements on the either side of the central axis, creating an equal balance. Asymmetrical balance is basically which involves different objects which have equal visual weight or eye attraction. So here are some of the examples of balance in interior design. Number two, scale and proportion. Here we are talking about the size, whether it be small, big, medium, or just the right size, right? So when it comes to scale and proportion, let's imagine an oversized furniture in a small room. Does it make sense? No, right? So that's where scale and proportion comes into place, because we want our spaces to look cohesive and proportionate, like a choreographed dance. So here are some of the images that can show you the example of scale and proportion. Now let's move on to number three, that is rhythm and repetition. Now, just like your favorite song that has a catchy rhythm, interiors also should have visual rhythm. Basically, your eyes should smoothly flow like a rhythm. Whether it be different patterns, colors, or shape, creating a rhythm keeps things interesting. And at the same time, you can repeat these patterns or shapes or colors to create repetition. Here are some of the examples for the same. Let's move on to our number four, that is emphasis. Emphasis is nothing but a spotlight. A spotlight on an artwork or a piece of furniture or a wall paint. It can be anything. Basically, creating something in a room that grabs your attention. Here are some of the examples for emphasis. Now let's move on to our number five, that is contrast. Contrast, I would say, adds the spice to the design. It creates a visual drama by having contrasting shapes, patterns, or elements, basically creating visual excitement and preventing your space from falling flat. Here are some of the examples of contrast. Number six, harmony and unity. Now think of this principle as a glue that holds everything together. Similarly, in the design, each element that we design in a space has its own uniqueness and shine. But when we place it together, for example, having a sofa and a coffee table with some decor items or a floor lamp, etc., that all gives us a beautiful, harmonious living room, right? Yes, that is what harmony is. And here are some of the examples of harmony and unity. Now, last but not least, number seven, functionality. Now, as a designer, I know that design is not just about aesthetics, it is more about functionality. Here we are talking about creating spaces which enhance our lives and cater to our needs in our day-to-day lives. So before diving into the decorating part of our spaces, we have to make sure to think about the practical aspects of the design, so we can make sure that we create both beautiful and functional spaces. So that's it for today, and I hope you have learned something from this video, because mastering these principles can really take your interiors to new heights. So if you find this helpful, then make sure to like, share and subscribe, and until next time, happy designing.